Number 2, Jacob Williams. Number 3, Talon Jordan. Number 7, Ryan Nicewinger. Number 8, Brian Bell. Number 11, Steven Serio. Number 14, Corey Rossi. Number 16, captain of the team, Trevon Jennifer. Number 25, Jorge Salazar. Number 32, Fabian Rowe. Number 33, John Boyd. Number 44, Jeremy Meyer. Assistant coach, Mike Gay. Head coach, Rob Taylor. Move on to the lineup for Team Great Britain. At number 5, Simon Brown. Number 6, Kyle Marsh. Number 7, Terry Bywater. Number 9, Harrison Brown. Number 11, Philip Pratt. Number 12, Greg Warburton. Number 13, Martin Edwards. Number 14, captain of the team, Lee Manning. Number 15, Ben Fox. Number 16, James Palmer. Number 17, James McSorley. Number 18, Lee Fryer. Assistant coach, Joey Johnson, head coach, Bill Johnson. We will now respect the national anthem of the USA. For both teams. Game Commissioner Stefania Marson from Italy.
Well, Destiny has a date with the World Championship. The question will it be Great Britain or will it be the United States of America? Welcome everybody to the United Arab Emirates here at the IWBF 2022 World Championship. The United States, it's a rematch, of Hamburg in 2018. Oh, hello everybody, I'm your commentator, Josh Bett, alongside the great Jerry Smith. Jerry, deja vu in this final yet again.
Yeah, absolutely. Repeat of the final from 2018, and of course these two sides were in the pool stages in the same group. Great Britain coming away with that one, and they might just feel like they are the favourites for this game, but not much in it, to be fair.
Well, one advantage for the United States of America. These two teams already met in the group stage. Maybe can kind of reflect on the last game. In the last game, it was indeed Philip Pratt who had 28 points in the first quarter, really cooked up the USA, and that will be part of the game plan. But as you mentioned, GB probably favorites, but let's focus on the United States of America. Trevon Jennifer, with the likes of Brian Bell, Jorge Sanchez, but who could forget Steve Serra? Well, we'll actually take a look at the lineups here. Captain Brian Simon Brown, but the key players to look out for, Greg Warburton along with Lee Manning and Philip Pratt. As we said, it's a very talented team.
Yes, indeed, Josh, and if we have a look at the USA side. Player to watch out there, definitely Jacob Williams, the number 2, along with, as you mentioned, Steve Serio, Trayvon Jennifer, and Brian Bell.
Well, the USA coached, obviously, by the great Robert Taylor. He knows coming into this matchup, this is going to be a very tough game for his players, but take nothing away, they're still very talented. As we mentioned, Jacob Williams, you said, was a key player in their semifinal matchup, but Steve Serio, they've been bringing him off the bench. He's almost like a super sub for this team.
Yes, they have, and I mean, he's definitely one of the best players in the world, so, you know, not a bad player to have. So it reminds me of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer during the heyday of Man United's sort of treble win. We won't talk about City.
Well, there was Philip Pratt there just coming and giving us a fist bump. And you know what, Jerry? The United Kingdom at the moment, word needs to be known about this team. If you are a British fan watching live, please spread the word about this team. Tyson Fury, already the great boxer back in the UK, making a big announcement in support for Team GB. As for the USA, if you're watching from the United States, put a tweet out there, IG story. USA are taking on Great Britain. This is the same final from 2018, but someone keeps asking me, who do you think will win this game? Jerry, I got to tell you, I don't know. It's anyone's game.
Absolutely, Josh, anyone's game. The way that the USA sort of grew strength to strength in this tournament, Great Britain know they've got a game on their hands today.
We're now under 1 minute away from tip-off. If you are watching us live, we currently just have under 1,000 people watching this game. Please give this live stream a like. And all you're doing by giving it a like is helping develop the future progression of international wheelchair basketball. Defending champions, Great Britain, taking on USA, a rematch of the 2018 IWBF final, which took place in Hamburg, Germany. Will history repeat itself, or can the USA retake the title? Well, the first ever IWBF World Championship was held in Bruges in Belgium back in 1973, and it was the United Kingdom, Great Britain, of course, winning 50-37 against Team France. The USA, though, they won a three-peat from 79 to then 86, and another three-peat from 1994 to 2002, but the championship was retaken back by GB in 2018.
And let's just talk about the match officials for today's game there, Josh. The crew chief is Linus Radjakas from Lithuania. He's assisted by Gustavus Mateus from Brazil and Sebastian Gauthier from Canada.
Well, the fans have come loud and proud here. Fans of both the USA in the crowd and with GB. Let us know in the live YouTube chat which team you're supporting. Are you supporting the United Kingdom, Great Britain that is, or are you supporting the United States of America? And also, please remember, hit that like button, give this live stream a like. It only helps to get out by the algorithm on YouTube. And also subscribe to IWBF. The final is here. Don't go anywhere as we're set for tip. GB winning the early tip here as Brown will bring the ball up.
Early action for the big man, Manning, and he gets Great Britain's first points of the game. And GB will look to the big man, Lee Manning, in the paint. Lee Manning dominant in the Commonwealth Games, a lot of the games, one of the tallest players in the world of wheelchair basketball.
Well, originally from Peterborough, spent 2 years playing professionally in Spain. Has also spent the last 2 years, almost a decade, playing in the Spanish League. One of the key players in this GB lineup.
Jorge Sanchez puts up the long-range shot.
Now a chance for GB to push this one. Brown trying to push the tempo. Remember, tempo was the key in the first game. It was back and forth, but it was Philip Pratt in the group game where the USA lost to GB. That cost them heavily.
And here is Pratt in possession for Great Britain as he got his rhythm early on.
Well, he is cooking it early on again. Maybe a bit of a deja vu moment for the USA. He had 28 points in the first half against the USA, the final group stage game, and the USA still looking for their first bucket. Sanchez now finding Brian Bell. Almost turning it over. Time winding down here on the shot clock. USA need to get something going. Well, Jeremy Meyer doesn't take many 3 points, but when he does, he will count it.
Great shot there from Jeremy Meyer. The USA back to within 1 point.
Well, Greg Warburton working in the backcourt along with Philip Pratt. Pratt made one shot, tries to go off the backboard, can't get it. Jennifer with the rebound. Brian Bell almost losing it, just keeps this one alive. USA unable to get a quick transition point. Patient build-up here. Foul has been committed. This is going to be against Lee Manning. So baseline possession coming up for USA. Well, if you are watching live on the YouTube stream, let us know where in the world you are watching. If you're watching in the USA, let us know which state. If you're in the United Kingdom, where are you watching? This is the IWBF 2022 final.
Brian Bell puts up the long-range shot for the USA.
Well, the bank is open for Brian Bell, getting it going. Tying the game up at 4 apiece. Both teams just trying to get into an early rhythm here. Warburton just going for a cross-court pass, looking for Pratt. USA don't want to get him cooking early on as Brown under the basket. And count it! Well, he'll go to the free throw line here for the three-point play.
Great work there by Brown as he lost his balance and managed to get the shot up, and he'll go to the line.
Well, second chance points may be very key in this game. Both teams will definitely want to try and get the most offensive rebounds, but also GB, what we saw in the first game when they played each other in the groups was that the USA didn't allow them many opportunities inside the paint.
And they're definitely going to need to do that again today.
Wide open on the wing, doesn't get it. Baseline shot, no good. Pratt trying to push this one down the middle for GB. Well, here's a player that could get cooking early on for GB, but USA know he's a part of the scouting report. Brown again, a wide open look, can't convert it.
And Brian Bell will bring it up for the USA.
Well, Bell's been an ultimate glue player so far for the USA. In their quarterfinal and semifinal matchups, they had to try and come from behind. I wish they did an excellent job. Now Bell's made one shot. Doesn't get this one, but he's much better when he's from a 45-degree angle trying to use the backboard.
Greg Warburton, if he can find some early form here. Good work from Warburton, and takes Great Britain up to 8 points.
Well, there's a player that the USA don't want to let the shots get dropping, because if he gets cooking, it could be a problem. Greg Warburton, the MVP of the 2018 IWBF World Championship. It was hosted back in Hamburg, Germany. Well, Myers made 1 3, and that's a little bit short. Just going out of bounds. Well, we got a timeout now. These two teams want to talk it over. When we go to this timeout, again, please, I really stress this. Let's see if we can get to 500 likes for this final. Hit that like button, please. Every like you give the IWBF just helps progress the development of international wheelchair basketball. Timeout now. We'll be back in just under a minute. Well, good to see we have fans all over the USA and in the United Kingdom chipping in. But if you're watching anywhere else in the world, please let us know where else you are watching, which team you're supporting. Are you supporting USA or Team GB? Great Britain with a 3-point lead currently. Defending champions trying to retake the title. They've never repeated in the history of IWBF international basketball. Patient build-up here from Great Britain. Pratt trying to use the ball screen. Finding Warburton. He's made one shot just a little bit to the side on that one. No good.
Sanchez brings it up for the US. Can the US narrow the deficit? Ryan Bell back to Trayvon Jennifer.
USA trying to find out Jerome Mara on the wing, and again, he nails that one. That's going to be a long two-point shot, cutting it down to a one-point deficit.
Consistent player is Jeremy Meyer there, Josh.
Well, Pratt, again, trying to go to pick-and-roll sequence. USA not allowing him any time or space to get a shot off. Shot winding down now as Warburton goes baseline, can't get it, it goes out of bounds. And that will be USA ball and a chance to take the lead. Well, the atmosphere in this arena, Jerry, I got to tell you, we haven't experienced anything like this so far here in this tournament.
Yeah, the crowds have been not too bad throughout the tournament, but obviously final day and big crowd in.
Well, Maya's been leading the way so far for the United States. Can he continue with good defense? Craig Warburton just has a few words for him as well, getting very tense. A little bit of friendly trash talk between both players. Time winding down the shot clock. 4 seconds left. Sanchez finding, goes in the fang roll. The USA take the lead. Beautiful build-up by the Americans. Well, Philip Pratt, who cooked the USA in the group game, just retakes it again. The bank is open. Well, Jerry, after that game against the USA, he was relatively quiet in not only the round of 16, but the quarterfinals and in the semifinals. You kind of get the feeling he likes playing against the USA.
Just about to say, I think he enjoys playing the likes of the USA, and so far it looks like he's bringing that pool stage game form into this encounter, and he'll need to pull out all the stops.
Well, Warburton's got to get the ball over the floor. They want to avoid the 8-second violation. Great job by Lee Manning helping out. Sizes up his options.
Looking to set himself up, he does so.
But he shrugs the shoulders like Michael Jordan to say, ain't no thing. Philip Pratt stepping up big time here for GB. United States now trailing by 3 points. They need a bit of composure. Just trying to settle down into a good rhythm. Sanchez here in the backcourt. Trying to run around a few screens here with Trayvon Jennifer. Kicks out to Maya, has to force up a tough shot. I mean, that's a good look for Jerome Maya, but again, USA's offense, just maybe a little bit of anxiety.
Yeah, Great Britain not allowing US into the paint at all, so they're happy to let the USA take the long-range shot. And Phil Pratt happy to take the long-range shot himself.
Well, Jerry, it's like watching the group game. Philip Pratt, all of a sudden, more confidence. Most games he's been a facilitator here for GB, and now he's got into that rhythm. He's leading the scorer so far in this game with 8 points. 5-point lead to the UK. The foul has been committed on the ground, so it's going to be a sideline possession to the United States.
Assistant coach for Great Britain there, Joey Johnson, enjoying that last shot there from Phil Pratt.
Well, both teams very well coached, of course. Two great programs from the United States and from Great Britain.
And Josh, we talk about players with muscle memory. Phil Pratt is the textbook example of muscle memory.
Well, again, a good point you made about that, because Steve Serio has just checked in for the United States, and he is one of the best players in the world. He's definitely a player that if he gets going, he gives the USA a great chance. But again, suffocated defense coming from the Americans. United States with a chance to break it. Good passing. GB just able to get back on defense and prevent a quick, fast break point. Time winding down the shot clock. Williams goes baseline, finding Brian Bill, tries to use the backboard. The bank is open yet again.
Good finishing there by Brian Bell.
End-to-end stuff between these two teams. They're in the 2022 IWBF final. Pratt and Warburton trying to go end-to-end again. Somebody call the fire department, because already Philip Pratt, as they would say in Spanish, he is on fuego at the moment. Well, Bell with an opportunity here. USA do have numbers. Can they capitalize, though? Jacob Williams having a great game against the Netherlands, especially in the second half.
Foul number 5, second personal foul. Basket is good for the captain, Kumar Jennifer. Shooting foul. Foul number 8, 2 free throws coming up for the captain, Lee Manning. First personal foul.
Apologies for the loss in commentary there for a moment. I think we're back up and running.
Well, again, we just experienced a minor technical difficulty. But we are back on air. We do apologize again. Thank you. Well, we're at 188 likes. Let's see if we can get to above 200 before the second quarter. Lee Manning currently here at the free throw line. Remember, every like you give helps the development of international wheelchair basketball. 15.2 seconds left.
Brian Bell spinning around there, plays it back to Jacob Williams, puts up the three, doesn't drop. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. Great Britain with a 5-point advantage, lead the USA by 20 points to 15.
Well, what a first quarter it's been so far, but again, please, please keep pushing that like button. Every like you give to the IWBF, it helps this game. A big shout out to the Lock community, the local organizing committee for helping host this tournament. And at the moment, it is Great Britain leading this by 5 points. USA patiently just need to get into this game. Let's listen to what the coaches have to say.
We had to send three. We didn't send three in the first quarter. If there's that many points on that side, we got to send three. Okay?
The adjustment we can make is we can put JB on the outside, not JB from home guy. So it builds on that side, JB can jump on there. Or we can put JB in the middle, and now we've got the combo.
Well, Jerry, one thing I got to say that I've been very impressed with the United States in every game we've seen. They have started games quite slowly, but they're a patient team. They get themselves into this game. Players such as Steve Serio, Jacob Williams, they are key X factors for the USA.
Yeah, if Serio and Williams can get themselves going, they definitely will make this an interesting 3 quarters.
go. Make some noise for both teams.
But on the other end of the court, Phil Pratt absolutely smoking hot at the moment.
Well, again, we want to thank 226 likes. Keep pushing that like button. We want to get to 500 before the end, before we crown whoever wins this game. And we got to give a big shout out to Boris Krenitz, the super fan. Well, he has watched every single game of the IWBF. You can follow Boris on Instagram at Boris Krenitz. Give him a follow. I know he's loving this game. Let's get this one back underway. USA, potential two-possession game. They do have a lot of three-point shooters on the floor. Well, here's one of their key lethal players, Steve Serio. Time winding down here on the shot clock. Jennifer, 5 left. Serio's got to force it up. Takes a 3, and that is why he's one of the best. Serio coming off the bench.
Great three-point shot there from Steve Serio, taking USA to within 2.
2 points separates these teams at the moment. Robertson just trying to find Lee Manning. Manning in the paint and simply unstoppable. Well, Jerry, Great Britain, they got to stop him from getting the ball inside the key because it's going to be a tough game for them.
Yes, absolutely. I think with Serio, though, he's sort of so composed on all areas of the court, so they won't want to let him have too much space.
Williams down the middle, takes a mid-range again, knocked it, but net. Well, he might be clutch city here with Jacob Williams.
And the more time Williams and Serio spend on court together, the more chance the USA have got here.
Well, foul has been called off the ball. It's going to be against the USA, the first team foul here in the second quarter. Again, I love this tactic from the USA, what they do with Steve Serio. They really like having him off the bench. It's almost like an adrenaline here for their offense. He's a good shooter from the mid-range. He can shoot from the perimeter, but it shows the depth of the USA.
Definitely a tactic there by Coach Robert Taylor, bringing him in off the bench. Yes, Serio's maybe getting on in age a little bit, but I mean, I don't think that's really the factor here.
USA with a chance to tie the game up. Maybe take the lead if they go for a perimeter shot. This is good play now. Williams in the paint. Everything's been working so far, but a bit too much on that one.
Greg Warburton running it up for the Great Britain team.
Well, nice little dive there. Nice give and go play. A 3-second violation. Philip Pratt probably should have gone on with that one.
Strange decision there by Pratt. Small mistakes like that can cost you in a game like this.
Well, they've called an offensive foul on Jacob Williams. That's interesting because Warburton went for the interception, almost left the ground on one. So, Jerry, what do you think of that decision?
No, I think that was the right call. Warburton was in the advantage there, definitely, and yeah, referees made a good call.
Jacob Williams unable to secure that one. GB with a chance to extend their lead to 2 possessions. Warburton's made 1 so far, just a little bit too strong. The rebound has been secured by the Americans. Well, Williams going down the middle. Another no-look pass here to Jennifer. Jennifer goes up and he ties the game up. Nice play by the USA.
Great behind-the-back pass there from Brian Bell. Set that up nicely for Jennifer.
Well, Pratt so far has been cooking, but they want to get Greg Warburton in this one. Patient build-up here from GB. Warburton to get off the backboard. The bank is open, and it's end-to-end stuff between these two teams, just exchanging buckets like on the basketball stock exchange market. The question will be, Jerry, who has the higher interest rate at the end of the first half?
Not much in it at all, Josh.
Well, Sarah, top of the gi, just rattles in and out. But a good look from him, to say the least. GB with a chance to extend this. Pratt finding Warburton.
Brown now looking for some space.
Makes a tough pass to Pratt. Well, Pratt's got time and space. Why does he shoot it? Again, patient build-up, goes off the backboard. Philip Pratt faking out everybody. don't think you have much more time in the world to have a wide open shot than that one by Philip Pratt.
And I think the USA were fully expecting him to eventually take the shot. And good vision from Pratt to play in Brown.
6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Bell going off the backboard, too strong. The rebound has been secured. GB trying to get off on the races. Transition defense has been relatively organized, very meticulous from both these two teams. Robertson trying to put the moves on. Finding Manning, too big, too strong, but unable to convert the three-point play. Well, Jerry, we have to give a big shout out to one of the all-time greats watching live here on the YouTube stream, David Kiley. I believe I get this right, runs one of the best 3x3 tournaments, DK3, I believe, in Dallas, Texas.
Yeah, Dave Kiley, a good friend of Trooper Johnson. And of course, Coach Trooper Johnson now plying his trade in South Africa. So told me all about Dave Kiley and tells me he's one of the greats.
And again, we currently have just under 1,700 people watching live here on the YouTube stream. Please help the progression and development of international wheelchair basketball. Hit that like button. Give this live stream a like. You are only helping this sport progress even further. So please give it a like. The USA unable to secure the rebound, so it will be a baseline ball back to Team GB. Robertson just trying to find a bit of room. Goes down the middle, and the bank is open. This guy just kissing everything off the backboard.
And Warburton definitely starting to find his rhythm now, and that's ominous signs for the USA.
The USA need composure. They've been so great so far in the quarterfinals and in semifinals. Nice build-up play, finding Siobhan Jennifer. A dime coming from Steve Serio. Still a 5-point deficit. Finding Manning, too big, too strong, and just too good. The British Wolverine forces Team USA to call timeout because, Jerry, defensively, they got to find out a way to stop that man.
Yeah, I mean, his size advantage is bar none, and each time he is finding position in the paint, he's generally not going to miss in those opportunities. So USA need to shut the door on that.
271 likes so far on the live YouTube stream. Let's get to 300 before halftime. The goal is to get to 500 likes. Let's help the progression of international wheelchair basketball. And also subscribe to the IWBF and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. But give this live stream a like if you can, please.
And Josh, 5 minutes to go here in this first half. This little passage of play could be quite an important part of the game. If Great Britain can extend this lead, it might keep things interesting.
Well, the USA combined total since the inaugural year of the first ever IWBF World Championship, 1973, have won 12 medals. 6 of them gold, 5 of them silver, and 1 bronze. As Brian Bell there just sinking the mid-range. That will do their confidence a lot of good.
Absolutely. You know, they've been there, done it all, so the USA will definitely chip away here, and as long as they can find an answer to Pratt and Manning and Warburton. And Warburton finds his space.
Shaking, making, and Chef Warbuckets, as we like to call him, just gets straight to the rack. Well, he's been having so much fun, hasn't he? He is seriously an ultimate role model for athletes all over the world.
Yes, he is, and works hard, plays professionally in Spain, of course.
That's a great response by the USA with a simple pick and roll action. It's a 5-point ball game with 4:02 to go in the second quarter.
Manning looking to penetrate, and it opens up nicely for Warburton. And USA cannot afford to leave the door open like that, and big smiles from Greg Warburton.
Well, the USA just giving a kind invitation to Greg Warburton, saying, hey, come inside the paint and greet yourself to a buffet. They cannot do that, as you said. Defense needs to be more aggressive from the Americans. Now they need a response here. Jennifer down the middle. Serio wide open. This is the shot they wanted to get. And again, Captain America. Who needs Steve Rogers when you've got Steve Serio on your team? That is going to be the 14th foul, I believe, against United. No, 13th foul, excuse me.
It is, in fact, the 4th. And Jacob Williams' 2nd personal foul. 3rd.
That could be a problem for the USA. One of their best players, Jacob Williams, a real hot shooter from the perimeter, and they'll definitely need him in the game. GB still leading by 5 points. Finding Philip Pratt. Pratt go for a cross court. The chef again using the glass to perfection. Could be a big problem if he gets going.
And a perfect example on how to shoot. Not a lot of players do not make better opportunities of the use of the backboard. And Warburton and Pratt showing us exactly how it's done.
Shot clock winding down for the Americans. Must find something here. Pump fakes, finds Bell under the basket. Too much on it. That's going to be a possession back to GB. The Wolverine with the ball in his hands, trying to orchestrate the counterattack. This is one thing about GB. They are very patient, but a quick shot here by Warburton. I was just about to say that they try to wear the defense down, but probably one of the quicker shots you'll see them take in their offense.
I think Warburton just hoping to be able to put a little bit of a dagger into the scoreline there and take them up to 9 points. Still got that opportunity right now.
Another foul has been committed. It's a team foul, so GB will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Well, again, we're at 306 likes. I know you can help us out. You fans, you are the real MVPs. Please hit that like button. Let's get to 350 before halftime, as now we have a timeout. And also, please subscribe to IWBF on YouTube and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. But please, if you can, hit that like button on this live stream. We'll be back in just under a minute. Two free throws coming up for Great Britain. It will be the Wolverine, Lee Manning. Oh, it's no joke, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this guy, Cherry, when he's in the paint, he's arguably the most dominant player here at the IWBF because he has such a long reach. There's not many players that can defend him.
Yeah, I'm sure when he pushes down the court, he can move his arms completely a full 360 around the wheels. His arms are one of his greatest assets. Not a bad shooter at that.
Well, Brown leaving the game as McSorley checks in for Great Britain. 9-point lead here to GB.
Final 2 minutes of this first half.
USA just need composure. They need to try and hang in there. They don't want us to go to double digits. Shots at the top of the key, just rolls its way out. That's a wide open look, but they got to knock these ones down. Well, Pratt a little bit quiet here in the second quarter, but you know, a very unselfish player. Main go-to player is this man here, and again, Chef Warbuckets continue to light up with confidence.
Brown on that occasion taking Great Britain up to 41 points, 11-point lead, final minute and 10 of this first half.
Main objective for these players of the United States, they want to get it down to single digits going into the halftime interval and just use the break time to regroup themselves. They are a great team, but they're being challenged here by the world champions. As Brian Bell goes, and that's a great response by the man from Birmingham, Alabama, who plays for the Golden State Road Warriors. Nine points separates the USA and Great Britain. Warburton made his last one and continues to light it up. Again, wherever the glass is, this guy just wants to go off the backboard.
And his form is a pleasure to watch. Definitely one for the big occasion is Greg Warburton, as is that man, Serio and Williams.
That's going to be the first team foul against Great Britain here in the second quarter. Currently have 13.7 seconds left. Please, Basel fans watching live in the IWBF final, hit that like button. Let's get to 350 before halftime, and let's help all the athletes and the IWBF progress this game even further. It's been a wonderful World Championship here in the United Arab Emirates, and now USA. 13 seconds. Trying to go for the last shot. They don't want to allow GB to get another opportunity. Serio caught in traffic. Shot is up. No good yet again. Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the first half, it is GB who have an 11-point lead here. 2 quarters away from maybe defending their championship, or maybe 2 quarters away from the USA winning their 13th ever medal here at the IWBF. Well, it's halftime now. We're going to go for a little break. Go get a drink. Go get something to eat, but don't go anywhere too long. We'll be back in just under 15 minutes. But again, please hit that like button and help the IWBF progress even further. We'll be back soon. Welcome back, basketball fans. 2022 IWBF World Championship. United Kingdom, Great Britain, as we will call them, actually leading this one 43-32 against USA. It's a rematch in the 2018 final that happened in Hamburg, Germany. Welcome again. I'm your commentator, Josh Bett, alongside the great Jerry Smith. Jerry, it's been a great first half from GB.
It has been, but I'm fully expecting the USA to come out of them now. You know, they won't want to let Great Britain pull away here, and this first 3 minutes of this third period is going to be very interesting to see what strategy the USA come up with.
Well, you made a good point. You definitely expect the USA to come out here guns blazing. They got great players such as Steve Serio, Jacob Williams. Brian Bell's had some good possession so far, but they need a little bit more from Trevante Jennifer. If he can be a bit more of an influence on the offensive end, USA will give themselves a chance. Well, thank you to everybody for giving us 363 likes. We want to get to 500 before the end of this game. So please push that thumbs up button. Give this live stream a like. You are helping the progression of international wheelchair basketball. Give us a like and help us progress this game even further, please.
Great Britain are going to get us underway here in the second half, and they'll be looking to get the early points of this third quarter.
GB leading by 11 points. First possession, as you mentioned, Jerry, early moments of this quarter will dictate how this game will end up. Tempo obviously very back and forth between these two teams, but GB getting some good play from Philip Pratt. Nice give and go play. Brown will miss a wide open look. That's a golden opportunity to give away.
And USA sniff an opportunity here.
Good response to the Americans, cutting it down to 9 points. It's that kind of transition that they need. Very quick and efficient. Well, Pratt left wide open, goes for an early 3-3 is up. And let me tell you, I don't think USA read the scouting report. And Phil Pratt just has a few words for the defense.
We spoke in the women's final about the MVP. Josh, where's your money on for the men's MVP?
Well, this is tough because, you know, Philip Pratt has played very well in this game as well as the group stage game. But you know what? You can't deny Greg Warbuckets. But at the moment, USA trying to chip into the deficit. And the Golden State Road Warrior, Brian Bell, responded excellently there for Team USA. Well, Pratt made his last one. Deja vu again. Front iron doesn't get it. The British Wolverine with a rebound. Warbuckets pump fakes. They're going to call a... I think there was a problem with the shot clock. It didn't reset in time. And I think that's what Coach Roberts is just discussing with the referee. Well, to go back to your question, if I'm picking from the USA, for me, that's a very tough one because the scoring is very evenly distributed. But you can't deny the fact for Great Britain, Greg Warburton has become an iconic global figure for wheelchair basketball.
It's not just his scoring, it's his way he marshals the troops. He's the little general of the Great Britain side.
5 seconds there on the shot clock. Chef now has to force it up, and that's going to go out of bounds. An excellent defense by the USA. Trailing by 10 points, a chance to cut this down to single digits. USA trying to get a good look here from the field. Kicks out to Brian Bell, made his last from that angle, tries to go off the backboard, just rattles its way out. But Jennifer fighting for the offensive rebound. The foul is going to be called against Great Britain, but good job by Trevante Jennifer getting that offensive board.
You spoke about Jennifer needing to step up, and he's definitely come into this third quarter with that mindset.
USA inbounding this one. Serio down the middle. Trying to find something. Time winding down the shot clock. Bell's got 4 points here in the third quarter. Kicks this one out. Deep three. Is up. Three is good. Captain America making taking a big-time shot. 7 points so far here in the third quarter for the USA.
Steve Serra showing some big match temperament there. And that's exactly what the USA need.
Serio close now, Phil Pratt. Pratt's
roll
gonna
away.
force it up. Well, GB just choking under a bit of pressure here, suffocated defense, and I think already Coach Johnson ready to call a timeout. 7 points in this deficit. USA slowly but surely. You said this, Jerry. They would make a comeback.
And they're looking to further narrow the deficit. Jennifer's quick hands out to, was it Maya?
Well, timeout called by GB. Again, while we have this timeout, we got 371 likes. We can only thank you fans so much for every like you give, but continue to click that like button. Give us a thumbs up on the live stream. Let's get to 500 before the end of this one. It is a rematch of the 2018 IWBF World Championship, in which Great Britain finally won their second ever championship. Remember, they won the inaugural IWBF World Championship back in 1973 in Bruges, Belgium against France. Let's listen now to what these coaches have to say.
A little bit lower, then we would got those moves.
That's all it takes.
Well, it's been a fantastic tournament here by the local organizing committee to set up this IWBF World Championship in Dubai, a cultural melting pot, if you like, of so many different ethnicities of people coming together and watching high-level wheelchair basketball.
Just walking around the venue today, there's a buzz of excitement. Lots of people here in the stadium.
10 seconds here on the shot clock. Winding down for GB. Pratt finding Warburton. Trying to go again to Philip Pratt, but good defense by Brian Bell. USA with a chance to chip into the deficit, trailing by 7 points. Foul has been committed. Confidence building in the Americans camp. That's going to be the second team foul against Great Britain.
It's Warburton's third. Great Britain just look like they've started to panic a little bit. Specifically on the offensive side of the court. Phil Pratt all of a sudden seems like he's lost a bit of confidence. Doesn't seem to want to even put up the shot, so something to watch here.
Well, why so Serio? Captain Steve, Captain America. Well, Steve Rogers, you might have an early retirement because Steve Serio, he has come ready to play here in the second half. 4-point ball game. Warburton on the baseline, doesn't get the drop on it. 2-possession game and a chance to cut this down to a 2-point lead maybe. Another foul committed by Great Britain. Third team foul against GB. Well, I'd like to give a shout out to Cheshire Phoenix Wheelchair Basketball Club, the pride of Ellesmere Port, watching live here. Steve Manning just checking out the game. The British Wolverine is just going to take a slight break. Interesting, you mentioned Greg Warburton, 3 fouls, keeping him in the game.
Bit of a risk from Bill Johnson. And Warburton will have to be very careful not to pick up another foul, and we still have plenty of time in the game. And last thing Great Britain need is Warburton off with 5.
Well, again, Brian Bell continued to pile on the pressure. Went for the pump fake, but again, just gave it a simple touch off the glass. Now it's a 2-point ball game. USA find themselves back in this one. Trying to go to a lob to Pratt under the basket. Pratt goes up, and a good response from Great Britain. 4 points separates these two teams. USA slowly but surely, with inspiration undeniably, getting back in this one. Williams finding Brell. He's got a hot hand so far. Good hands by Brown, but Williams puts up the floater and the kiss of death. Oh, that one went over the arena. And an offensive foul. Alarm bells are ringing. Well, Jerry, could this be the tie turner? USA chance to tie the game up, maybe take the lead.
Yeah, USA definitely with the momentum coming in from the halftime break, and they've been slowly building on it. And if this one lands, you'll hear all about it. Doesn't.
That's an interesting shot there by Steve Serra, because when they had all the momentum, USA very patient in their offense, but went probably a little bit too quick. But checking into the game is Terry Bywater, the pride of the northeast of England, the Middlesbrough mid-range machine, up the burrow, as they would say in that part of the world. But at the moment, it's come on, Bywater.
Takes Great Britain up to the 50-point mark. USA 46. Apologies for the score graphic, bit of a problem.
Jennifer down the lane, pick and roll action with Steve Serra, an easy layup off the backboard. Nice finish there by Trevon Jennifer. 3:30 to go here in the third quarter. And foul has been committed. It's against Steve Serra. It's going to be the first team foul.
Foul actually going against John Boyer there, the number 33 for the USA.
Oh, my correction. Yeah, you're right. Yep. Kicking this one out to Warburton. Good closeout here from the US. Warburton catches at a tough angle. Bywater's got to force it up. Tough one. Can't get it. Good defense.
Again, Josh, Pratt not wanting to take the shot. It's a bit baffling right now as to the man that was on fire early on. Just seemingly lost a bit of confidence.
And Serio ties the game up at 50 apiece. This could go right down to the wire. Phenomenal action between these two teams. Steve Serio, time and time again, just coming off the bench. Well, Pratt thought about it, doesn't go for it. Finds a bit of space, and again, can't get it. And now, USA can finally take the lead in this game. Any more fouls, and GB will send the Americans to the free throw line. Serio, big three. Doesn't get it. That would have been phenomenal for the USA if he made that one.
The stadium would have erupted. Can Pratt do something similar? Doesn't land for Great Britain, and away comes the USA.
Well, again, another easy look for the USA, but an offensive rebound by Brian Bell. The rejection, but the foul is going to be called against Terry Bywater. So Brian Bell will go back to the free throw line. GB getting ready to make a triple change as Ben Fox, Lee Manning, and Palmer will check in. Well, team fouls have been committed 2 minutes ago here in the third quarter. But a chance now for Brian Bell to give the United States the first lead of the game. Ken Sherry. One thing these two teams don't want to do at the end is look back and think, had they made all the free throws they missed, could have had a difference on the outcome of this game. You got to step up, and you just got to make these free throws.
Absolutely, Josh. And Brian Bell not making the most of those opportunities.
Could be a bit of a voodoo here for the USA. 2 times now they've had the chance to take the lead and failed to do so. Warburton a bit of time and space, tries to go off the backboard. Neither team able to get a grasp on this one.
.136 to play here in the third. all square. Good momentum from the USA at the moment.
Big three by Williams. Three is up. No good, but the rebound by Bell. Williams tries again. Does he get it? It just will not go in the bucket. And it's both ends of the floor. Question is, who can find the resolve, the perseverance to try and take the lead back? Pratt looking for options here. Heavily defended. Time winding down. Warburton catches this one. Finds Pratt again. He's got to shoot this. And again, Cherry rolled the dice. Nothing going in favor of either of these two teams.
Somebody's got the cling wrap out and doesn't want any more scoring in this game.
Well, it's going to be another 2 free throws for Team USA. It is team fouls. Well, question, who is fouled here? Brian Bell or Steve Serra? Because Serio, a much better free throw shooter. So it looks like Captain America, Steve Serra, I believe, is going to the free throw line.
Not so sure about that call there. Looked like Pratt had established position and shown enough for Serio to get past, but referee of a different opinion.
Serio just missing the first one. If he makes this one again, give them a 1-point lead, but USA now missing the last 3 free throws. Can this come back to haunt them? Makes the second one. USA finally taking the lead.
Final minute of this third quarter.
USA have turned this game right around. They were trailing by 11 points. They now have a 12-point deficit here in the third. Pratt, time and space, goes down the middle. This one off, finds Palmer, but he missed a wide open layup.
We spoke about missing the free throws. You can't afford to miss those either.
Especially when they're gifted to you by a great dive from Philip Pratt. To the USA again, nerves, anxiety settling in. They had a chance to make it a 3-point ball game. A very costly turnover. Well, the good thing now, 20.4 seconds left. The USA do have fouls to give, and already trying to put a bit of full court pressure against Great Britain. Trying to get the ball over. Pratt can have a wide open look here, but he will slow this one down. GB can try to retake the lead. And Pratt finding Warburton, pump fakes, gets rejected. Well, Brian Bell says no in me casa. As USA have turned it around, they have a 1-point lead. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have 398 likes here on the live YouTube stream. Please hit that like button to help the development and progression of international wheelchair basketball. Every like you give to this live stream just helps out the IWBF. We'll be back in just under 2 minutes.
There's no fucking way to hide right now. If you get a shot
Final quarter about to get underway. GB trailing by 1 point. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, please hit that like button. And why is it so important? What relevance does it have? Every like helps the development of international wheelchair basketball in the IWBF. So give us a like, please. 1 point lead to the USA. USA now with a chance to extend this to a 3-point ball game. Can't get it. GB now can try to turn this around.
Great Britain now looking to Phil Pratt and Greg Warburton to lot it up now.
Well, Warburton has been called here, but again, it's only a matter of time before the chef started cooking yet again. This could go right down to the wire. USA did really well in the third quarter. Bell catches under the basket, puts it up, and he gives the USA a big-time lead, and that is a tough shot by the Golden State Road Warrior.
Great work there by Bell, and off balance still manages to get the shot up. USA back into a 1 point lead.
Massive moment now here for GB. Warburton getting straight to the bucket, goes to the layup, and again, he looks like he's in the mood to take this game over. It's the kind of final that you pray for, Jerry. Both teams, 1 point in it, back and forth like a roller coaster.
Squeaky bum stuff, Josh, squeaky bum stuff, all the way to the end.
Serio going baseline, finding Jennifer, goes up. Oh, yeah, maybe he could have got an and one there. Excellent pick and roll action between the two United States players. Ten seconds are on the shot clock. Crack catching a tough pass. Well, had a wide open look. Goes back to Warburton. Are you kidding me? Well, give this man some credit. The MVP of 2018. Jerry, he's feeling it. He is on fire.
Definitely, even Pratt now looking to Warburton. I mentioned it earlier, it just seems as if Phil Pratt has lost a little bit of confidence and had an easy look there, gave it to Warburton. And USA now in the attack.
USA moving the ball around effectively, but the end product, can it be here with Brian Bell? Bell going off the backboard, just a little bit too short, but he's got to keep believing in himself. Great Britain with a chance to extend their 1 point lead. Remember, they led by 11 points at the end of the first half. In the lane again, finding Brown. Now it's a 3 point ball game. Maybe USA could think about calling a timeout here. Composure is the key for both the USA and GB.
Momentum swinging from one side to the next. And now, good work by Jennifer.
That's an excellent play by the United States. Just keeps them emotionally and mentally in the game. Pratt trying to go pick and roll here with Brown. Goes to the shot. The shot is up and no good off the backboard. USA with a chance to retake the lead. Good hands by Greg Warburton trying to keep it in bounds. That will be USA on the sideline with 12 seconds on the shot clock. Serio's been big so far for the US. It just rolls its way out. Oh, Jerry, that's a big shot. Very unlucky.
And Warburton now will look to extend that lead for Great Britain.
Patient build-up here from GB. No need to rush this one. They have a 1 point lead. Pratt going for a dime, finding Brown. Brown off the backboard and a nice build-up pick and roll sequence between Brown and Pratt.
Great pass there. For Pratt, picks up the assist.
Just 3 points separates both Great Britain and the United States of America. Williams trying to find an opening, tries to go for hesitation. Goes to low, that's a B-E-A. Beautiful shot by Jacob Williams. That's tough.
Quality player, Jacob Williams, and total composure. Brings us back to within one.
USA need to get a stop here. GB want to keep extending their lead. Time winding down for Pratt again, finding Brown under the basket with too much on it. This attempt from Great Britain. USA with a chance to retake the lead. Jennifer finding Brian Bell.
Shot clock at 5.
Big three, oh, big possession. Serio's got to find something. Bell in the lane, one-handed, doesn't get it. That would have been key and monumental for USA's confidence.
Final 5 minutes of the game. Full Pratt looking for Warburton.
Cross-court back to Pratt, who has time and space. Finds Lee Manning, the big man, under the basket. And the British Wolverine makes it a three-point ball game. And this is the right time now for USA to call timeout.
Yeah, looked like they were going to call it a couple of plays before that, but managed to turn it around a bit, but good decision there from Robert Taylor. Calling the timeout. Great Britain with a three-point advantage. We've got 4:31 left in this game. All to play for, both teams looking for gold.
Well, again, thank you for joining us here on the live YouTube chat. We have 2,100 people watching live. You know what I'm going to ask you? Hit that like button. Give us a thumbs up. 429 likes. Let's get to 500. It helps international wheelchair basketball. Back underway now, three-point ball game. Can the timeout trying to settle down the USA? They've had some good looks. Remember, it's only a three-point ball game, a potential one-possession game. Big shot by Jacob Williams, got the arc on it. Oh, Jerry, it's a good look.
Good look, just didn't drop, and Great Britain will desperately want to convert here. Pratt slowing the play down. They're going to use up as much of the shot clock as they can.
6 here on the shot clock, winding down, time running out. Pratt's got to put it up. Shot is up, no good. Highly contested there by Brian Bell. Well, Jennifer, what, missing? That was a wide open look, and maybe the anxiety just settling in here for the USA players. USA need composure, just over 3.5. They don't want this lead to extend anymore, but GB want to pull away with this. Manning, big man, under the basket, too big. Unable to get the and one.
Lee Manning doing some great work to get himself into the paint. Warburton recognizing it.
Well, as great as the British Wolverine is, one of his tough aspects is free throw shooting is a little bit inconsistent. Originally from Peterborough in the United Kingdom, 2 seasons professional in Italy, has spent the last decade playing in Spain. Just rattles out. Gets his own rebound. A foul is going to be called against Steve Serio. Oh, Jerry, what do you make of that one?
Didn't see exactly what happened there. I think it was contact by the chair. So USA would consider that a soft foul. Let's have a look there. No. Referee's indicating contact on the arm.
Well, I'd say that Steve Serio probably was in the right there. It looked like good defense. Time winding down here. Warburton has to put up a prayer. That's going to be a This is 10 now. USA with a chance to push this one. Bell here in transition. Serio going down the middle, finding Brian Bell.
Big moment in the game.
Serio down the middle, finding Williams. He puts the arc up on it, can't get it. Bell with the offensive rebound. As you mentioned, that's a huge confidence booster for the USA. Just over 2.5 to go. 1 point lead to GB. Robinson finding Brown. Pratt wide open, takes it, and again, can't get it. And the USA with a chance to retake the lead. Williams down the middle, but an offensive foul caught against Jacob Williams. He just lost control. Well, that could be monumental. USA with a golden chance to try and retake the lead. But now at 2:23, still down by 1 point.
And 3 fouls, team fouls for the USA. So they won't want to concede anything more on the defensive side there. And great work by Greg Warburton.
Well, quick response from Greg Warburton, making a 3-point ball game with just over 2 minutes.
22 points for Greg Warburton in this game. Big performance.
And Trevon Jennifer commits another offensive foul. And that could be very costly for the United States. The 6-time world champions. Right now, they need belief, they need inspiration. That's a 14th foul for the United States. So any more fouls, and GB will go to the free throw line. Chance now to make this a 2-possession game.
2 minutes left.
We'll find the big man, trying to hold it high, goes up, can't get it. Great defense. And that's gonna be the first team foul against GB here in the 4th quarter.
Personal foul number 9, USA basketball. 3rd personal foul.
Big moment now for the United States. Williams trying to use the ball screen from Jones. Good ball reversal. Finds Brian Bell. He's got to make this one. Shot is up and easily tucks that one away. 1 point ball game. Can GB hold on, defend the title? Can USA win the 7th World Championship? Pratt finding Warburton. It's a big moment. Puts it up. Doesn't get it. Now the USA with numbers. 1 minute left during the 4th quarter. World Championship. Serio down the middle. Look for a dish off here. Bell wide open. 5 seconds left. Bell trying to go down the middle. Serio, free throw line, takes the lead. Who needs Steve Rogers when you've got Steve Serio? Captain America gives the United States a 1 point lead. Monumental moments. Warburton, can he retake it? No, he can't. And the USA with a 1 point lead against Team GB with 30.2 seconds left. 7 seconds difference between the game clock and the shot clock.
Foul called on Lee Manning. Big play in this game. USA wanting to push it out to a 3 points, maybe even 4.
7 seconds difference. Serio with the ball in his hands. Foul has been committed. 3rd team foul for GB. 2 fouls and putting the USA into the penalty.
4th personal foul. Substitution.
Well, McSorley coming in here for Greg Warburton. USA trying to get this one in bound. Jennifer. Foul has been committed. Last team foul for GB to give.
Substitution.
Jorge Sanchez will check back in here for the USA. Remember, these two teams did meet in the final group game. GB winning by double digits. So 5 seconds difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Great Britain probably going to go for the foul here. Getting inbound to Serio. Foul has been committed. So Jacob Williams will go to the free throw line.
Foul number 17, White, personal foul.
Brian Bell coming back in here for Jorge Sanchez. The nerves of both these two teams, but Jacob Williams stepping up to the free throw line. Make both of these. It becomes a 3-point ball game with 16.6 seconds left. Make one, it's a 2-point ball game. Nervous moment here for both these two teams. Makes the first one. I think Coach Johnson for GB is signaling for a timeout if he does make this. Makes them both. And we have a timeout as the USA lead by 3 points with 16.6 seconds left here in the game. Jerry, we did not see this one coming, did we?
Wow. I'm speechless at the moment. You know, as I said at the start of the second half, fully expected the US to come back at Great Britain. They did exactly that. And big play here. Great Britain have got to play for the three-pointer.
Well, now GB's got to go for a three-pointer. Their only hope is to take this into overtime. Nervous moment now for both these two teams. USA trying to win their 7th World Championship.
And the question is, who will they set up? Will it be Pratt? Will it be Warburton? I would probably go towards Greg Warburton because he's seemingly a little bit more on fire than Pratt at the moment, but Pratt's a big-time player.
Well, they have also brought Bywater back into the game, so trying to put as many perimeter shooters on the court as much as possible. Well, this is it. GB trying to take this into overtime. They got to get the ball inbound. Warburton now trying to go for a wide open layup. Goes in for a quick one. Got it. That cuts it down to a 1-point ball game. Well, Brian Bell trying to over-defend the perimeter, but what that did was allow Greg Warburton to have a wide open layup. Maybe that could change the dynamics of this game, but USA, they call timeout. They want to talk it over. Let's go and listen to what these two coaches have to say.
USA!
13 seconds left on the clock, fans. Make some noise!
USA will inbound this with Trevon Jennifer. Steve Serra on the floor with Jacob Williams, Jorge Sanchez. Well, John Boyd left wide open at the moment. Well, getting inbound to Sanchez. They got a foul here. Sanchez has been fouled. And he's got to step up and make these both free throws. Composure, experience needed by Sanchez. Johnson trying to bring all of his perimeter shooters on the floor. You can see the focus here of Jorge Sanchez, knowing that free throws imperative here at the moment. Plenty of time, though, if he does miss the second one, for GB to get the rebound and get the ball up the floor. Sanchez steps up to the charity stripe. Oh, he missed it. Missed the first one. Now, if he makes this, GB will call a timeout. Big moment now for the USA. Missed them both. Bywater with a rebound. GB with a chance here. Pratt down the middle. World Championship on the line. Pratt's got to shoot it. What was Philip Pratt thinking?
What was he thinking? Philip Pratt.
Congratulations to the USA, the 2022 IWBF World Championship. They've won it back. They've won the 7th World Championship. Well, you got to feel there for Philip Pratt. Total loss of confidence, but congratulations to the United States of America. What a game it was. Trailing by 11 points in the third quarter, and they come back to win this one and to win their 7th IWBF World Championship here in the United Arab Emirates. Party time back. Colonel Sanders, Uncle Sam, wherever you want to call him, he's going to celebrate tonight. Well, you got to give credit, though, to Philip Pratt. He's had an unbelievable tournament. He's a fantastic player. But again, it was just a bit of a in the moment there. Take nothing away from Philip Pratt. He's one of the best in the world. But also, congratulations to the United States of America. Bringing home the championship. They can celebrate. This is their moment.
Yeah, congratulations go to the United States, and commiserations to Great Britain. Great fight back from the United States at the start of the second half, and celebrations on court for the US as the Great Britain team head towards the locker room. Bigly Manning unconsolable at the moment, and unlucky, but a great tournament from both these two nations, and at the end of it, yeah, the United States have beaten Great Britain by 67 points to 66. Jerry Smith signing off here from Dubai.